Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kiva's Place, the Kiva Murdoch Show and Podcast. Happy Thursday! Yes, it's Thursday. We are so excited for our show tonight. Now, listen, we're having a great show tonight. Let me just tell you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about. We have two different segments tonight, which is our first time splitting our show up like this. We did this because it's very important what we're going to be discussing. Okay, we're going to be talking about health and wellness tonight, and we're also going to be launching a new segment in our show called Community Spotlight. So you know what to do. Grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and enjoy the ride, because you're now on Kiva's Place, the Kiva Murdoch Show and Podcast. So after our introduction, I will introduce you to our first guest, and then we will speak with them, and I'll take a quick commercial break and lead into our second segment. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Kiva's Place, the Kiva Murdoch Show and Podcast. We hope that by the end of our show, you're left feeling empowered, motivated, and connected. So come on in the room, grab your favorite drink, sit back, and enjoy the ride, because you're finally at Kiva's Place.
You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long, but I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at and turn it back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me.
Welcome back to Kiva's Place, the Kiva Murdoch Show and Podcast. If this is your first time watching us, definitely we like for our audience to engage with us. So just let us know, just say a quick hi and let us know where you are watching us from. And also tag your family, tag your friends. Like I said, this is going to be a very important show that we are going to be talking about tonight. So March is the month for Kidney Awareness Month. So our first guest, we're going to be talking about kidney health, renal health, and it's so important. And I feel like it's very important for us to be an advocate for our community, and definitely be able to just share and bring awareness on important topics such as tonight. So our first guest is a married couple. They've been married for 3 years. Their names are Dwayne and Sharda Bennett. They've been together for 18 years. They have 2 beautiful sons, and they have a story. They have a testimony that they're going to be sharing with you tonight, as well as resources. So without further ado, I want to introduce to Kiva's Place, the Kiva Murdoch Show and Podcast family, Mr. Dwayne and Mrs. Sharda Bennett. So come on in the room.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How you doing?
Well, first of all, I would like to say hi to everyone out there. And we've been going through the kidney thing with my husband for about 8 years. And he found out his kidney started shutting down when he was, about 8 years ago, he had high blood pressure. His blood pressure was like 2/2 something. And he could not control it because he wouldn't take his blood pressure medicine. So it got worse and worse and worse. And then he had to go on dialysis. So therefore, he went on dialysis for 8 years. He went on 3 times a week. And we kept doing that. We kept going through, we kept going to different places to try to get him on the kidney list. It didn't work out because 3 years ago, Wayne had cancer in his kidney. And when you have cancer in your kidney, they had to take out his kidney. They took out his kidney. Then they realized that he had to wait another 2 years to be back on the list.
Yep. Back on the waiting list.
Right. So when they finally got him back on the waiting list, he had some other little issues, but we kept praying, we kept going, just trusting God. And it came, he got his kidney on July the 28th.
Yep.
2 days after our son's birthday. So he got his kidney. Everything was going kind of hard for him because it's a lot of pain to deal with getting a kidney. And then a couple weeks, 2 weeks later, he got hospitalized because his kidney functioning, it was messing up.
Yeah.
It was messing up because they took the stent out and it triggered something and he got an infection. So Wayne got hospitalized. He lost so much weight. The first time he almost left me. And it was so serious. Like they saying that most people, Wayne went through 8 days like that, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I mean, he was in pain. He couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't nothing. And I'm feeling the same way because I had to see him like that. I'm crying, I'm praying, trying to trust God. I was trusting God, but it hurt me so bad. Like just seeing him in that boat, it really changed my whole outlook of life because if he didn't go through that, I wouldn't go through what I've been going through. I mean, it made me appreciate my husband's life because people play with life. And when it comes to a kidney, it's a major surgery. Anything can happen, but God had blessed him and he healed him. And then about a couple weeks later, he caught another infection.
Yeah.
Then he had to go back in again for surgery. Then they called him another infection after that. But this time we caught it early. So he healed. And then maybe November, he had a surgery on his arms.
Yeah.
They cut the lumps out of his arms because his lumps was about to
It was about to explode.
Yeah. They said if he didn't cut it off, he would have bled to death in his sleep. So they cut that off. And then recently, February the 1st, he had another surgery because they found out that his prostate.
My muscles wasn't working.
To make him use enough restroom because he haven't used the restroom in 8 years. So this was new to his body. So his body was trained not to use the restroom because when you go to dialysis, they flush all that stuff out, all the toxins and all that. So now that he just learned with the new kidney, the kidney wasn't working properly for his bladder because he haven't been using it. Now that he got it, he had the surgery, everything is doing well. He had his ups and downs, but God delivered him. And I just want to thank God.
Keep that faith.
Yes.
That faith.
And we kept the faith. I kept praying and trusting God. And I was like, I didn't question him, but that was the time for me to get on my knees and pray. It made me get closer to the Lord. It made me look at life totally different. When it comes to your significant other in pain, it's like a whole nother level.
Yeah. And when I was in the hospital, with that, the last time I went in for the bladder spasms and stuff, and when they told me I wasn't supposed to make it. Like people that had what I had don't live from it.
No.
But when he told me that, I told the doctor, I said I'm gonna be all right, like that. And I started to give up. But my oldest son, Tremaine Bennett, called me, and he told me, he said, "Dad, you was my hero." And when he said that,
that made him fight.
I had to get out that hospital.
And he fight. He got out.
You guys have such an amazing story. I mean, to know where you've come from, to know all that you have been through, and to see you now, Dwayne, I mean, you are literally a walking testimony. And I thank God for you. I thank God for your struggle because you're able to be that testimony. You're able to be that light to encourage others that are walking in your same shoes to know that, listen, if if I did not give up, if I mustered together all of the strength I had to be here for my family and my children, and to have gone through everything that you have been through, but to be able to sit right there and be whole and be content where you
Yes,
are truly a blessing. And I just thank God for you, and I thank God for just your journey, period.
yeah.
Oh, I
It
thank
was
you,
it
Lord.
was a long one.
It was a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
journey. Everybody, his kidney sister, she was 71. She didn't have any problems, but
Mm.
he was the one that had all the problems. But God delivered him. He here today.
That's right.
Look at God. Look at God.
Thank you, Jesus.
You are getting some love. I just wanted to just show some comments. Tina J. Drake, Ramsay. Oh, she's tagging some folks. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you.
Tagging and share. Definitely tag and share. Nikita Davis said hi, Queen. Hey.
How you
Um,
doing?
Nikita says again, God bless you both. Yeah, truly, truly remarkable. Brittany English is praying for you guys.
Oh,
To be
thank
Yes,
you,
beautiful.
Brittany. Oh, she got.
Amen.
Yep.
Amen. Yes, yes.
yes,
So we know that going through situations are extremely difficult. But Sharda, I wanted to ask you from a caregiver's perspective, what has that entire ordeal been for you, and what's your outlook from a caregiver's perspective that you can share with our audience?
Well, when Wayne got his kidney, the medication has him irritated. So he craved for certain things, and he can speak whatever he wants, but he don't know that his attitude is that way. So I had to deal with his attitude.
oh yeah,
I had to deal with whatever I was giving him was not satisfying him. So I had to work my body and my mind to make like, Sade, you got to do whatever it takes to get him better. So whatever he wanted, I try to give it to him. I mean, if he wanted Jello and he didn't want the orange and he wanted red instead, I make sure I give him red instead because he was picky down to the bone.
Mm,
Like if you ain't do right, but when he almost left me, being it taking care of him was nothing. I had to do better because whatever he wanted, I had to do better. He was like, I don't feel like you doing enough for me. And I'm like, wait, I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, he in pain, so he not really seeing what I'm doing. But when he started seeing like, oh, she doing this, he was like, I'm sorry. He's like, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
But anybody that's taking care of somebody, you have to stop worrying about yourself and worry about them. Because
mhm,
when it comes down to it, it's all about them. You here to heal them and get them back into the where they used to be. Wayne used to take care of everything. I never had to go grocery shopping, none of that. So I had to
oh
get
yeah,
back in the mindset of doing all that and making sure he was straight. Because like when we was in the hotel, because Wayne after his kidney, he had to stay there for 7 days.
7 days.
He had supposed to stay for 7 days. He had to stay over because he was having a little bit problems. But like I said, God made a way. I mean, anybody take care of someone, you always gotta look out for them. You put yourself last. You put them on your top priority, and that's what I did.
mm. And that's the beautiful thing about having somebody with you when you're going through a tough situation like that. And it's more remarkable that the both of you are married. And I have been a caregiver for years. Thank
Right.
God we're not in that situation now. And I'm gonna save my story for later on. But what I wanted to say is that when your partner is going through something, it's really trying time, and you really find out if you are in that marriage for the long haul because
Oh yeah,
your vows are tested. When it says
yeah.
for richer or poor, or for better or worse, and for sickness
Okay.
and health, hello. And once you're
Yeah.
actually faced with that situation, you know right then and there if your partner is going to ride with you. So
Yeah.
yes, I just encourage, and I encourage anybody that is going through a similar situation, especially if you are married. I mean, stick it out because uh, it is tough, but that's the
Oh
beauty
yeah,
Oh,
very.
about tough
I
situations in a
cried like
marriage
that.
is that the tougher the situation, the stronger the bond. The stronger the
Okay.
bond gets. So,
And
do
it really brought us closer. Yes, ma'am.
yep,
It
ex-
did.
exactly. For those who are needing resources for kidney health, as I stated earlier, March is the National Kidney Month. You can get more information on their website. You can visit the Kidney Foundation at www.kidney.org. That's www.kidney.org. Sade, if they are wanting to reach out to you to support you guys, how can they do that?
Well, my email is shardalee29@gmail.com. And you can cash app us at Crochet Queen Char. Or if you want to just email me and ask us questions, how we deal with the situation,
Yeah,
or who do you contact, how do you get on the kidney list if you do have problems, we can let you know everything because we done been
everything.
there, done that. We know.
We've been through a lot.
Right.
Yeah. So y'all can just contact us through anything. And if you email me and want to call me, I'll leave my number and everything through the email. So
Awesome. Awesome.
yes.
Well, listen, you guys, y'all have heard it. If you are just looking for somebody to be a resource for anything that has to do with kidney, I mean, they have literally walked the walk and they can definitely talk the talk. So they
Oh
can
yeah.
answer any questions that you have. Again, you can reach out to them at ShardaeLee29@gmail.com. And you can also support them monetarily. They have gone through several surgeries. Thank God that you are done with your surgeries, correct?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank
Oh,
God.
thank you, Jesus.
That is truly, truly a
Feel
blessing.
good
So
too.
we know that going through operations after operations, it's a monetarily cost. So if you would like to support them, please reach out to them in Cash App $crochet Queen Char. That's crochet Queen Char. Okay. Be a blessing to them because they are truly a blessing to us. King and
Thank you.
Queen, any final words for our guests before I let you go? Y'all have truly been a blessing.
I just want to thank God for the opportunity. When Wayne had a second outlook on life, he said that he wanted to talk about it to
Yeah.
other people to teach them what not to do and what to do. And you absolutely made this possible.
Yes,
And
you
I
did.
appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And we love you. You know, I support you and I just love you to death.
Thank
And
y'all
thank
so
you
much.
everybody for watching.
And I
Thank
also
you.
want to thank Camden Dialysis Center. From doing my treatments for me.
Mhm.
I miss y'all and I love y'all.
Well, you don't miss them too much. We don't want you to
No, we don't
No,
want you to go
no,
back.
I ain't going back.
miss it from a distance.
Yeah, for real. I ain't going back there.
Thank God. Thank God. Well, listen, y'all have truly been a blessing. So, you are welcome back anytime. If you would like to do any functions to bring more awareness to kidney health, listen, Keywords Place the Keyra Murdoch Show and Podcast is definitely a resource for you. So utilize us. We want to support you guys. So
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank
thank
you.
y'all so much.
Bye, y'all. Thank
See y'all
y'all.
later.
All right. Listen, they are truly a blessing. If you have any questions about kidney health, again, definitely visit the website at www.kidney.org. Again, that's www.kidney.org. If you would like to be a blessing and support the Bennetts, you can again reach out to ShardaeLee29@gmail.com or their Cash App at Crochet Queen Char. So hang tight. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then we're going to come right back with our second guest, Tina J. Ramsay, and we're going to be talking about women and female health. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a natural boutique? Then look no more. Heaver's the Natural Choice Boutique and Gift Shop, located in Camden, South Carolina. We have all natural products ranging from deodorants, natural soaps, natural hair and skincare products, and everything that you need. But wait, there's more. At Keever's, you can also get women apparel, handbags, women's shoes, and jewelry. Visit us today at Keever's, the Natural Choice Boutique and Gift Shop. And be sure to follow us at Keever's Boutique and visit us in person at 2639 Suite D, Broad Street, Camden, South Carolina. Or visit our website at www.keeversboutique.com.
I am Yolanda Rory, founder of Total Grace Consulting and Grace Coaching Academy. You are listening to Keever's Place, the Keever Murdoch Show.
On this journey, I found myself on the road through personal pain and discovery. I found out that there were so many women and young girls who suffered just like me due to having a lack of information about our bodies. I knew then that it was up to me to help and share what I know. So I traveled on the road that has many ups and downs in order to empower and inform young girls that there is a better way. And I'm yet on this road again, which is very uncertain, but there are many bright moments along the way with inspiring the next young generation of ladies to take control of their bodies, health, and minds on this road. I find myself moved with compassion and empathy for the moms who just don't know. That's why I go to many places, near and far, to inspire, to educate, to empower the next generation of women and young girls to take complete control of our minds, our bodies, and our health.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again at Keeper's Place, the Keeper Murdoch Show and Podcast. Now, we're going to transition just a little bit and we're going to talk about women health. So my next guest, she is no stranger to Keeper's Place, the Keeper Murdoch Show. She has been here back in February and she actually kicked off our show. She was our very first guest and it's just an honor to be able to bring her back to kick off our community segment. So without further ado, please help me reintroduce to Keeper's Place, Coach Tina J. Ramsay. Come on in. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
It has truly been a blessing to have you back with us again, kicking off our brand new segment called Community Spotlight. And it was just so important for us to bring our first guest back for our new segment. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
No problem. No problem. You know, this topic is near and dear to my heart anyway.
Well, and this is why I wanted to definitely bring you back to talk about female health. And I know that you have a powerful testimony as well. So if you don't mind, please reintroduce yourself to our audience, and then you can transition into your testimony.
All righty. Well, hello, everyone. As Keever, she said, I am Coach Tina J. Ramsay. I am an owner of 3 businesses, one of which is Heal the Honey Pot. That's HEAL, thehoneypot.com. One word type all together. And I actually met Keever at an event about 2-3 years ago talking about this topic, because when you look at me, you automatically look at me, you never think that I had a stroke. And not only did I have a stroke, I had a stroke at the age of 25 years old. Mind you, all my life, I ate very healthy. I never, I did all the right things. Everything that the textbook tell you to do, I did it. Watch your food, exercise, diet. Matter of fact, I used to walk 5 to 10 miles, just for fun and jog. So the fact that I had a stroke is very mind-boggling, to say the least. And so, but I also had other underlying health conditions like asthma, mitral valve prolapse. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when your heart valves leak. And so, and I had more than one, and it progressed over time. So it progressed to 2 after I had my second child. And then I have other health problems as well, like fibromyalgia. So having those, and then I had to take some pharmaceutical medicine in order to manage those health problems. So that was the only thing that I was taking. And I was on 12 medications a day and 4 inhalers, which included a whole lot of things that really wasn't great for your body. One day was like any other day. I was a new mom, just had my daughter about 6 months prior to this night happening. I went to sleep and I woke up. And when I woke up, I could not feel the bottom extremities of my body. So I was partially paralyzed from the waist down. And on top of that, I lost my short-term memory. I totally lost a whole year of my life. And mind you, I just said that I had a 6-month-old daughter. So I totally forgot that I had no recollection of myself having a daughter. And so as I'm going through this, we're newly married, about 3 years into our marriage. We are new parents. I'm a new mom, had a very traumatic pregnancy and delivery. And then I find myself in this precarious situation where technically I did everything right, but I still found myself in this situation. And so I went through a long period of chronic depression. And one day I remember vividly looking over at my daughter in her playpen. And every time I tell this story, I don't want to cry. I remember looking over at her and I saw her just sitting there, just lifeless, just sitting there. And mind you, I couldn't do anything because I'm paralyzed from the waist down. So I had to depend on my husband and my parents to even bring her for me to nurse her, because that's how bad a situation I was in. And I looked at her and it just dawned on me that if I do not get out of this situation, that I will not be here much longer. And I wanted to not be someone that my daughter learn about. I want her to learn about me from me. I want to be there. I want to be invested in her life. And I prayed to God and I was like, help me. I don't know what to do because I eat healthy. I do all the right things. I am on a lot of doctor pharmaceutical medicine, but that's the only thing. And so over time, I slowly was able to learn more about my body and understand exactly how the body works. Your body, my mom always tell me, your body gives you signals. It lets you know what to do and what not to do if you just stay still long enough and pay attention to what it's telling you to do. And so I start looking at food differently, medicine differently, life differently. And I start understanding and looking at food not as a tool to satisfy my hunger, but as a tool to heal my body. And so on that journey, I started going from changing all the different things that I did to use foods to help with inflammation, find out the foods that help with that, find out the natural remedy that will help with inflammation, help with asthma, help with fibromyalgia, help with depression, and I started systematically writing everything down and figuring out how it is. So over time, with God's help and through a lot of prayer and mindset development, because sometimes I was just so down, only He pulled me through this. And so after that, I felt my first initial feeling of my extremities coming back, the mobility in my legs coming back was not a good feeling. The first feeling that I ever felt, and I'm smiling right now because God is just so good, I felt pain. Mind you, I felt nothing in the bottom of my extremities for a very, very long time. Could not walk, was in a wheelchair, all that stuff, right? And one day I was in my bed and I felt a twinge in my toe and it was pain. And then I felt that pain rush up one of my legs, and then over time, and then it stopped. And then over time, it kept progressing. And then it slowly got to the point where that pain, and I felt, which I was happy to feel because I felt nothing. I was able to, with therapy, with my husband standing beside my side, my parents being by my side, going through physical therapy, through the grace of God, I was able to walk again. So when people see me walking around and I smile a lot and I dance around, well, I think I'm a good dancer. Okay, yeah, you can say what you want to say, but I mean, okay. So when I do all that, it's because I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that I am here. And over time, I was able to regain my short-term memory back. And so it was a period of self-discovery for myself. It was a healing. It was drawing closer to God during this time, because He's the only one that can really get you through the dark, dark, dark times of being critically ill. And now just having the courage to go tell your story. And so now I go and I tell the story about how important it is for you to watch all the products. All my life, they told you, food, diet, exercise, you'll have optimal health. Food, diet, exercise, you'll have optimal health. But no one never said to tell me that it's more than just that. You need to watch the products that you have in your home, what you put in and on your body. Excuse me. And once I start understanding the importance of the whole spectrum, that's when my health changed for the better. When I started making sure that the products I use didn't have toxins and chemicals in it, making sure that the food that I eat is used to heal the body and not just satisfy hunger, making sure that what I put in my mind, in my body, and who I am around, and all of that plays an essential role in your overall health. And so over time, that is what actually helped me. And so now I go tell my story, not just to women and young girls, but that was my area right then, because although I was able to solve that with God's help, the problem with that part of my health, it was one problem that I could never really quite solve. And that was my menstrual health. I suffered one of the most terrible menstrual cycles ever since I had a cycle by the age 12, missed school and work, extremely heavy, just a very, very terrible time, migraines, regurgitating, the whole nine, right? And I'm out here speaking and talking 15 years, telling them about my testimony, telling them about my story, and yet I felt like a fraud, because although I did all this with God's help, I could not, for the life of me, with all the research in the world, I could not figure out how to stop these terrible cycles, how to stop these cramps, how to stop my cycle from stopping my life, which is normal to a woman, and not being embarrassed to say anything about it. And when I talked to my doctor, they was like, well, it's normal. And I knew deep down it wasn't normal. And so one day, I got introduced to a product that changed my life. And then that is when I went on this campaign, joined the Justice for My Jewel campaign, going out spreading and telling everyone about my journey. And now, full circle, with God's help, that problem is solved. And my daughter do not have to deal with what I had to deal with. I suffered for 25 years with a terrible cycle, had a stroke at 25 years old. And now I'm at the point where I'm able to share my journey and drop the embarrassment, drop the shame, and just let girls be happy and women be happy with who they are as a woman, as a queen, as a princess. Be happy, because now we have something that's all natural that actually help you during that time of the month, that gives us a great experience. And who don't want to have a great experience?
Right? Especially during a situation such as that. And I just love your mission, because when we met, I mean, your demo alone just literally blew me away, because, and like you were saying earlier, it's too many times where as women, we are miseducated and misguided. And my thing is, if you know better, do better, right? And I just fell in love with your product, and also the way you go about teaching it and displaying it to women and girls. And it's very simple to understand. And everything that is in your product, you can actually pronounce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's important.
Right? Because when you're reading what's on the bag, you really want to be able to pronounce and understand what you're putting on your body as well as in your body. you have a very strong mission, and you teach menstrual health classes. You provide confidence. You are a woman empowerment coach, and you've really delivered a message to break the silence on menstrual suffering. And you do classes. You provide tips on healthy eating. If they are wanting to purchase your product, how would they do that?
Well, you'll simply go to Heal, that's HEAL, thehoneypot.com. That's one word type all together, and they can go purchase the products there. We actually have a great way for you to be able to get the products with our monthly subscription. You just simply pick the flow types that you want, and then it will be easily mailed to you in a discreet package every single month. No one knows what's in the package, so you want to keep your business. It will stay your business. And when you look at our products, it does not look like feminine hygiene product. It's very pretty. It's very, and it gives you a great experience. It gives you a great experience. So that's what I love about the products. And it's just amazing. And the fact of the matter is, like you said, Kiva, we have no earthly idea what's in the products that we're using. What mind boggles and shocked me was the fact that most of the feminine hygiene products and the tampons that we use today are loaded with pesticides and herbicides and recycled garbage, wood pulp, old newspapers, and then it's bleach. We thinking because it's that beautiful white means clean. No, in most of those feminine hygiene products, it just simply means that it has been through that filtration system in which they bleach the product to give it that fluorescent white color. And our body, it only takes 26 seconds for something to touch our body that is toxic to go directly into our body and then seep into our organs. Only 26 seconds. And think about it. If you are systematically using something that's harmful to your body, what happens is over time, you start noticing little health things, little health problems, and then you don't know where they're coming from. So you're feeling sick and you don't know what's going on. It could possibly be as simple as you switching the product that you use on that most sensitive time of the month. Because as women, we have a menstrual cycle for at least 10, 15, 20. Some women have for 40 years. So just think about all that toxins that you're exposing your body to. And it's making your womb unhealthy. And we having an onslaught of so many hysterectomies in the United States. There's over 600,000 last year. And of color, women of color, it accounted for 500,000 of those hysterectomies. And I personally feel that it's because we are not educated. We're not informed. We just don't know that there's a problem. And that's what I do. I sound the alarm and make you smile while I do it, because I can't do anything without some laughter now. And let you know that you're okay. We have a solution. I feel that's the solution. And it changed my life and my daughter's life and everyone else who have ever used the product. Great reviews, changing women's lives. It's mind-boggling. And I just love what I do.
I love it. I love it. And I'm going to pop this up. Like she was saying earlier, these products are very pretty. You know, they just don't look like your old types, typical women feminine products. So I love the fact that the manufacturers really took the opportunity to understand what would appeal to women, number one, and just make you want to buy it. Now, that's just how it looks from the appearance. Now, the benefits alone is worth you switching feminine products. So Tina, I want you to address a few of the benefits of using your products versus what is currently on the market today.
Okay, I'll be happy to share this with you. But before I do, I want y'all to know that Jewel, that this is the product, but as of this year of January, the name did change. It's the same exact product, but it has a different name and gave it a more flair for women and girls everywhere. It actually called it Reign, like reign on your throne, being a queen. So now, same package, same good stuff, still the Justice for My Jewel campaign, but now embracing you being a queen and being a princess and giving you that royal experience on your cycle, giving you that royal experience. When you go to the website, it's still the same product. It's just that we raining on you, baby, with that crown, okay? Now, back to what it does. These sanitary napkins actually have technology in it, which is all natural, called graphene. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's revolutionary. It's a carbon-based atom, and it's natural to us, and our body is made out of carbon. And it actually works with the natural energy in our body to help with inflammation. It helps with unsightly odor. It helps with bacteria. It's a natural bacteria killer. It also helps with hormonal secretions. It helps with a whole lot of different things, and it keeps you cool, fresh, and dry. And if you notice, when you wear the product, it's super thin. However, from the top layer to the bottom layer, even down to the wrapping around the sanitary napkin, it is all natural. It's biodegradable. It's safe for you, and it's safe for the earth, because many feminine hygiene products, when we're done with it, we think we're done. Well, the earth is not done with it because it's not biodegradable. So it's just laying there in the landfill. So the attention to detail was very important. That it's not only be safe for us as women and young girls, but also not plaguing the earth with more garbage. So it's safe all the way around. And so even down to the adhesive, it is all natural. So it's just a wonderful experience for you all the way around, and you can have that comfort to know that you're doing something good for the earth and doing something exceptionally well for your body.
I love it. I love it. Now, they can also purchase your sanitary napkins locally if they are in the Camden area. So if you are in the Camden, Columbia, Florence, Sumter area, you can actually purchase her sanitary napkins locally at Keever's The Natural Choice Boutique and Gift Shop. The website is www.keeversboutique.com, and the address is 2639D Broad Street, Camden, South Carolina. So if you are in the area and if you don't want to wait on getting your sanitary napkins shipped to you, feel free to stop by the boutique and pick them up there. We have them there as well.
And I forgot to say it. Thank you, honey. Because I really want you to go to Keever's Boutique, because Keever's have a lot of other natural products in there too, including hair products. That why not, when you're getting your feminine hygiene products all natural, make sure you get your hair and your face and all that natural too. Get it all together.
Exactly. If you're wanting to shop through her website, you definitely reach out to her at www.healthehoneypot, all one word, healthehoneypot.com. She also have a digital business card. So Tina she's a woman with many hats. So if you're wanting to reach out to her, contact her on her digital business card. That's tinyurl.com/CoachTina1. Again, that's tinyurl.com/CoachTina1. Great. Listen, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming back and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom and your products to our audience. We greatly appreciate you coming back to Keever's Place. And you are definitely not a stranger, honey. You're family. So you can come back anytime.
All right. Thank you. And that invitation is open for you on our show too, which we're excited to have you coming up soon. Little teaser.
Yes. Looking forward to it. Any final words you would like to leave with our audience tonight before we go?
Well, the only thing that I want you to do is understand that your health is your true wealth. Many times we look at monetary money as the only way that identifies what wealth is. That is just a byproduct. If your health is not great, even if you have all the money in the world, if your health is not together, you are not together. So make sure to take the time and make sure to be your own healthcare advocate and take the time to do the research. If you don't know something, reach out to individuals who do, because your true legacy is you. Your true legacy is you, and the time that you're able to spend with your family to build those lasting memories. So get in contact with the beautiful couple that was on before me talking about kidney health. If you have any trouble with your kidneys, they can definitely help you, and also bless them by supporting them with everything that they have been going through by getting on that Cash App. And with me, you can contact me through my digital business card or my website and reach out to me. I also do virtual teaching events for menstrual health. I am officially the instructor for the Girl Scouts of America. I am their, I'm a community partner with them where I go in and educate on this subject. I make it fun for the girls and make it very, very empowering for the women as well. I love what I do. Allow me to share with you what I know.
I love it. I love it. Well said. Well, listen, thank you so much again. And like I said, you are definitely family and you can come back anytime. You guys have heard the call to action. You have heard the call to action. If you're needing somebody to come in and educate, listen, she will be perfect for your youth groups. Hello? So definitely reach out to her if you're needing somebody to come in and educate your girls, educate your women on menstrual health, because it's so important and it's something that we do not need to be ashamed of because so many of us are going through it. So why not go through it the best way that we can with products that we know that is going to be good for us. So thank you again. All right, we have had a very powerful show tonight. I hope that you guys have found our guests to be very inspirational as well as educational. Definitely reach out to them. I'm going to pop their information back on the screen very briefly. So definitely reach out to them if you're needing kidney health or kidney support or resources about your kidney. Definitely reach out to www.kidney.org. Again, that's www.kidney.org. You have a resource that if you're wanting someone to come in and educate your group about renal, about kidney health, then reach out to Sharda and Dwayne Lee Bennett. Her email is shardalee29@gmail.com. And also support them monetarily if you can. Definitely reach out to them and support them. $ Crochet Queen Shar if you're wanting to support them that way. And finally, if you would like to get in contact with Tina J. Ramsay to have her come to speak to your group, you can also reach her on tinyurl.com/CoachTina1. Again, that's tinyurl.com/CoachTina1. If you would like to be a guest on our show, you can definitely reach out to us at tinyurl.com/KeeversPlaceBooking. Again, that's tinyurl.com/KeeversPlaceBooking. I think we have a couple of spots left for season 1, and then we're also doing booking for season 2. You can reach out to me on my link tree, which is linktr.ee/KeeverMurdaugh. If you are needing me to speak or if you would also like to be a guest on our show. So thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you having us be able to just fellowship and just speak and provide resources for you and your family. And definitely follow us on all social media at Keever's Place. Again, that's at Keever's Place. You can follow us there. So until next time, be good to each other, love each other, and let's glow together. And that's growing and linking opportunities to work together, because network builds network. Network builds network. So thank you so much again for joining us, and we'll see you next Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, good night.
Thank you for watching Keever's Place, the Keever Murdaugh Show and Podcast. Tune in every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Keever's Place. To be a guest on our show, text the word guest to 803-368-3030 or visit us at tinyurl.com/KeeversPlaceBooking. And watch us on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire as we're broadcasting in more than 60 million homes worldwide.